Võid lasta?
Jah.
No, ma ei tea, proovi, kuidas on.
Ei jõua raisk.
Ei jõua.
Ei jõua. Ma kardan, et ma lasen sulle peale.
Praegu ei jõua.
No,
lase just ka. Lase just see suur ämber selle vintsiga.
Jah. Jah, mulle läheb raskeks. Tõesõna läheb. Peale tuleb siis.
Kurat, see vints on nii sita koha. Mul on äkki... Ta hakkab mööda redelit jooksma. Ma ei tea, proovin.
Vaatame ühe korra ära. Võid veel.
Ma tean.
Välja pookida seda muda.
Ja jääle taha kinni.
Ka vaja tohutumaan. Saat on ära ka viit. Ära saad lõigata jah tohutut. Aga materjal peab ikka teada olema enam.
Sa võid anda?
Davai, kühvel läheb ka kaasa.
Tõsta veidike.
Jah.
Tõsta. Veel. Aitäh. Nii võib. Tõmba. I'm stuck here. Trying to move this ladder. No way. There's a 1.5 rings of that stuff, so it's completely stuck there for now. Right.
Tukev ka, sitä olette saanut. Mutta selle üles pinnamisega kitid nii kinni rest. Nad ju virravad. Kitsasta ole.
Persse, kuidas ma saan? Tõsta ülespoole.
Jah.
Vedu. Aitäh.
Seljal hakkab külm ka, et ole. Vastu.
No, proovi.
Jah. Kohe.
Vitsi. Kunnolla. Shit. Aitäh. Oi.
Jah.
Alright, so we got the leather out here, and we have like this much of material washed in here, so almost 2 rings. So I'm already got it all out here. So
Here you go. Aita. No tästä. No. No. Kamera läheb viimaseks üle. Lase alla. Yeah, the rings doesn't want to go anywhere. I'm jumping here like an hour or something, but they don't move anywhere. Yeah. Alright, so deal here is that these well rings got stuck in there, so after the rain washed all the sand around this well rings and compacted it. So I tried to push them down with the excavator, but I shaked it and moved it everywhere, but they didn't want to go down. The plan I came up with is that I'm gonna drill some holes around the rings between the earth there to break it loose again, so it should be working. So I don't see any better solution for that. One option is to stack some concrete blocks there, but it needs quite heavy load there, because I think this excavator is 60 tons, but most of this weight is still sitting on the ground if you push it with bucket. So maybe a few tons of pressure there, but it wasn't enough. So I need to stack like 10 tons there, but maybe it's gonna move down when I have to take it all off there. Then I need to go in, dig it deeper, and if it doesn't go down again, I need to stack all the concrete blocks back there, and so on. So it doesn't seem to be a good solution. So I thought that the best is just to drill around the well rings and break them loose, so they are starting to go down on its own weight. So yeah, I need to make a drill bit, and I'm gonna use this crane, and I have these low crabs with this rotator there, so I can use this to drill holes around there. So let's get to work. Another drill bit. It's a little bit smaller, so maybe I'm gonna use this one. So this piece will connect these two tubes, because one of these are 5 meters long, so I need more. Now I have to make a connection for this one to one of these tubes. so there's 7 holes around the well there now, so let's give it a try. Alright, so I brought some more rings here. Plan is to put these smaller ones into the big ones and continue with the smaller ones, because the big ones are completely stuck there and didn't want to move any forward. So I brought 4 of these smaller rings. So because I'm almost right on top of the water level there, I hope to get 3 smaller rings below the water level. So we'll see. Let's get started. Tuli niisama tõmmata sana. Tuli ikka. Lõdvaks vahel. No jah. Üks tuli ära. Paras jebeli jää on välja. Silikooniga nööripand siin üleval kinni.
No, ma ei taha toppida see joogivee sisse.
Ei saa igat asja jälle panna, jah. Võitti maja on läbi. All right, so I got 2 rings in there, so let's get dig. All right, we have still a little bit rainy here, and my father had to go, but we managed to took down about around almost a full well ring, and you can see maybe from here there's a water. So I hit the water table and now I have to dig down. But yeah, there's a rain cloud coming in, so I'm gonna set up my pumping equipment here. I need to change the hose to another one, which is hard one, so it doesn't crimp against the edges there, and hopefully this pump is able to pump out from this tip there. So alright, this pump doesn't raise the water up here, so I can't pump out the water with this pump. So I came up with a solution. Hopefully I had this another pump here, so I added this one. This will sucks up the water from this other pump from the well here and helps to pump the water further there. So let's try this one. It's working. It's coming from the well down there. Nice. Alright, it's pumping out. It's quite a lot of water there. Seems that it's empty now, almost. Alright, now it's empty, but it's already flowing in there. Let's see. Alright, this is the amount of water which flows in the well there. It's not too much now because I'm only maybe a feet or two down the water table there, so I need to go deeper to increase the flow into this well there. Alright, I have two rings here. This is the last big ring here, so I don't want to dig any further before I add another small ring here inside. So I will put this line rope here to seal this cap to prevent that the sand is going to be washed in later here. It starts to rain again, so let's put that here. Alright, so let's put another ring here. there on the edge of the smaller ring. So it sucks up from there and pops up here. It's working now. I changed the setup because this two bump setup worked as well, as long as I have the water down there. But if it's gonna end up, then it sucks up too much sand, and if there's no enough water, it's gonna clog up the pipes. So it was a little bit annoying and also messing with these two bumps. So I just placed the garden bump there and the garden hose here. So let's see how this one works. And also this garden bump has enough lifting capacity, more than this other bump there. So it's pumping nicely up here. Also I hope the smaller hose doesn't clog up, so because the water flow is faster in the smaller pipe, and hopefully it washes the sand out here more quickly. So this is the water coming out from the well. Also down there on this suction hose I have the screen, so the big chunks can't go in the bump there, and also I have this one-way valve there, so it keeps the water not flowing back. Ja. Alright, so the well project is on hold now because I had another accident here. I will show you. So the situation here is that I have 11 bigger 1 meter rings in here, included with the top one here, and maybe you can see there's a water down there. It's at least over 2 rings there, or 2 smaller rings there. So when I dug these smaller rings down there, all the material there is quicksand, and when I dig it further, the smaller rings, I have 4 rings there, there are not too much of weight, which pushes the rings down, so the water is rushing under the rings, washing in the sand there. Also this creates empty spaces around the rings down there, so of course the top of these hollow parts there is gonna collapse, and it collapsed. So that two bigger rings down there collapsed down around the smaller ones. Maybe I need to send the GoPro down there so you can see it better. And yeah, now I have a cap down there. I just grabbed two of these straps and secured the lower rings up here so they don't fall down there, because two of the bigger rings already did that. And yeah, that's the situation here. So the master plan now is to order some metal strips, like 30 by 3 millimeter strips. I think maybe 3 of these. So I need to make holes into the strips and tie together all these rings so they can't separate each other from each other and fall down. So yeah, these are temporarily. I'm just securing the rings now, and I think I have to put something more here, because these are holding now, but maybe when I'm starting to drilling here, it's not too secure here. So yeah, so I'm gonna order the metal here, and then we can continue and tie down these rings, and also the cap down there which you maybe saw on the video there. I need to order another smaller ring there and extend the smaller ones there so they cover this gap there. And these two rings which are filled down around these smaller ones, they just gonna stay there behind the smaller ones. I really can't do anything about it, so yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, there's 4 smaller rings which I believe over 2 rings water there, and I know that the bottom one is almost full of sand, so I need to take out the sand later. First I need to fix this mess here. So yeah, that's the situation here, and yeah, let's continue.